Good morning. My name is Florencia Goberna. I am a technician at the Coordination of Innovation and Biotechnology from the Secretary of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries. I'm going to talk about the Argentina Regulatory New Breeding Techniques, NBTs. So first of all, I'm going to make an introduction about how Argentina started the path towards the creation of the specific regulation for these techniques. And at the beginning, we wonder what was going on in countries such as the United States, Canada, and countries of the European Union. And we also observe at national and international level how big companies, small and medium-sized enterprises carried out these developments. So the CONAVIA, which is the National Advisory Commission on Agriculture Biotechnology, questioned how we could support these emergence and the evolution of these techniques with an appropriate regulatory framework. So in 2013, the Directorate conducted a survey on the state of art of the NBT developments in the world. In 2015, it became official the publication of the first NBT regulation, but only for plants. In 2019, it became official the publication of NBT regulation for animals and microorganisms, and we updated the regulation for vegetables. In 2020, we made a unification and update of the NBT regulation because it was attached to the GMO regulation, so we detached it and simplified it. In 2021, it became official, this regulation, under the number of 2021. So far, we have 45 PCIs, which are a previous consultation instance, and it was carried out for different organisms. So Argentina is a pioneer in the creation of a specific regulation for the use of gene-edited products. These are some highlights of this resolution. First is a procedure to determine where a product obtained by NBT could be in scope of the GMO regulation or not, based on the definition of GMO of the Cartagena Protocol. It's an analysis performed in a case-by-case basis. It's not restricted to a specific list of techniques. It allows for the consultation when the product is at the designing stage. The Commission must provide a response to the interested party or the applicant within 80 days, and it has specific annexes for animals, microorganisms, and plants. These are the key definitions to determine whether a product from NBTs is considered GMO or not. First, the definition of the Cartagena Protocol, which says any living organisms that possesses a new combination of genetic material obtained through the application of modern biotechnology, and the definition of new combination of genetic material, which is in this resolution, the 2021 of the Ministry, that says any change produced in the genome of an organism by the incorporation in a stable and joint form of one or more genes or nucleic acid sequences that perform part of a defined genetic construction. This is really important because that's how we design. So it has specific annexes for animals, microorganisms, and plants, and different modules. General module, which it's the name of the entity, the data, the contact information, etc. Then the organism module, which the taxonomic description name assigned to the genotype, molecular biology, which I describe later on, and the proof of the phenotype, which is only requested to microorganisms. Which says the molecular biology model? Well, it's the applicant must provide information about the detailed description of the technique, the molecular description of the target nucleotide before applying the technique, function of the sequences, also before the applying the technique, molecular characterization of the target sequences after applying the technique, expected or obtained changes in the function of the sequences and phenotype after applying technique, map of any genetic construct or acid or nucleic acid fragment, analysis of the possible affected sequences, and the demonstration that the product obtained does not present a new combination of genetic material. So to sum up, this PCI must, the applicant must provide information on the genetic changes, the applied methodology, the evidence of the transgene deletion, if it's necessary, and the new traits. Well, this is the route of analysis of a product derived from NBTs. First, the development entity presents the PCI for a real product or a hypothetical product or a design stage product according to the organism of interest that, as I said before, it can be animal, microorganisms, or plants. Then the technicians and the CONAVIA analyze if it does have a new combination of genetic material. If it does, it's considered GMO and must fulfill the GMO regulation according to the organism. And if it does not have a new combination of genetic material, it's considered non-GM, and also it's considered as a conventional product. These are the characteristics of the PCI received for animals. First, cattle, hypoallergenic milk, increased muscle mass, cold and thermal tolerance, only hypothetical products. Horses with increased muscle mass, also a hypothetical product, tilapia, and pigs for xenotransplantation. Some numbers, since 2015, we received 45 PCIs, and the last month we received 13 PCIs more for plants. This is the percentages according to the organism: 67% for vegetables, 22% for animals, and 11% for microorganisms. Which are the applicants' origin? 73% national, 23% foreigner, and 4% foreign developers presented by local companies. The type of the applicant's entity, the 35% public, 58% private, and mixed the other 7%. So which are the new the regulatory framework opportunities? There is a greater variety of phenotypes in different crops and higher diversity of organisms. It's possible to predict the cost and the time of the product at the designing stage. The speed of innovation is higher in relation to GMOs, and the regulation allows the developer to get their product faster to the markets. Here with the QR code, you can find this regulation, the regulation for GMO and for NBTs. So it's in Spanish, but we are trying to upload it in English. And we have also a quick consultation site called Should My Product Be Regulated?, where anyone interested who has never submitted any NBTs or GMO application or form and can have an approach in a faster way. So to conclude, the spirit of the regulation is to contemplate all the organisms under the same resolution in an independent manner without being linked to the commercial regulation for GMOs. And this regulation gives certainty to the local worker groups, and this can be seen in numbers of development and consultation carried out. Well, if you have any doubts, you can send an email to this address. Thank you.